Alright, so the other thing we're going to do with our midpoint is we can solve it graphically on Delta Math. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That way you guys get a good visualization of what's happening and how you would do that graphically. So it says find the midpoints of point A, which is 6, -9, and point B, which is -1, 1, graphically. So you got to first plot the line segment by clicking on the graph, okay? So let's go ahead and let's find our point. So 6, -9 will be here. And then our B point is -1, 1. And there we go. Now we have our line segment. This is click and draw a rectangle with the segment as the diagonal. So I'm going to click on one endpoint, and if I drag, it's going to make a rectangle. So I just click from one endpoint, drag it to the other, is all you're doing. Now I want you to graph or click the graph to plot the midpoint. Now the reason you did a rectangle is it's easy to count to the right and count down, or count to the left from here and count up. And see, basically it helps you find where halfway is. Because when you're going diagonal, it's hard to figure out. But when you've got straight up and down, well, I've got 10 blocks from here to here. All right, and I can count them all, but I know if that's a +1, that's a -9. There's 10 in between. So I can go half of 10 is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks down, and all I got to do is go over where it meets. And I could have done it by going halfway from here to here and then going down. It doesn't matter. But once you get, I did halfway down because one, it's going to come to a whole number. It's easier to work with. It's 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And if I go this way, it's still not bad. It's just it ends up making 2.5. So it's 2.5 straight down. The graph's going to let me go exactly where it's at, but to me, in my mind, it was easier to go right here. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, as long as you find halfway between up and down, or halfway between left to right, if you've already got your line segment on there, all you got to do is see where they meet. So it looks like where they meet is at, you got to do your x value first, so 2.5, and then -4 for the y. I'm going to submit my answer, and yeah, it's correct. 2.5, -4.